ਸਤਿਗੁਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੇ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇਵ
मेरा अपना प्रिय मित्र संबंधी। तू मेरा पिता, तू है मेरा माता, तू मेरा बंधप, तू मेरा भ्राता, तू मेरा राखा सबनी थाई, तापो केहा काड़ा जियो, तुमरी कृपा ते तुद पछाणा, तू मेरी ओट, तू है मेरा माणा, तुझ बिन दूजा अवर न कोई, सब तेरा खेल अखाड़ा जियो, जी जंत सब तुद पाए, जित जित पाना तित तित लाए, सब किछ कीता तेरा होवे, नाही किछ आसाड़ा जियो, नाम ते आई महा सुख पाइया, हर गुण गाई मेरा मन शीतलाइया, गुरपुरे वजीवाद आई, नानक जिता बिखाड़ा जियो। हर जी माता, हर जी पिता, हर जियो प्रतिपालक, हर जी मेरी सार करे हम हर के बालक, सहजे सहज खिलाईदा नहीं करदा आलक, औगण को न चितारदा गल सेती लाइक, मुंह मंगा सोई देवदा हर पिता सुखदायक, ज्ञान रास नाम तन सोपियन इस सौदे लाइक, साजी गुर नाल बहालिया सरब सुख पाइक, मैं नालो कदी न विछड़ै हर पिता सबना गला लाइक, दीनन की प्रतिपाल करे नित संत उपहार कनी मन गारे, पछ पशु नग नाग नरादप सर्व समय सब को प्रतिपारे, पोखत है जल में थल में पल में कल के नहीं करम विचारे, दीन दयाल दयानिद दोखन देखत है पर देत न हारे, मैं अंधले की टेक तेरा नाम खुंदकारा, मैं गरीब मैं मस्कीन तेरा नाम है आधारा, करीमा रहीमा अल्लाह तू गनी, हाजरा हजूर दर पेश तू मनी, दरियाव तू दहिंद तू बिसियार तू तनी, दे लहे एक तू दिगर को नहीं, तू दाना तू बीना मैं विचार क्या करी, नामे चे स्वामी बख्शंद तू हरी, नाम तेरो आरती मजन मुरारे, हर के नाम बिन झूठे सगल पासारे, हर नाम पिता हर नामो माता, हर नाम सखाई मित्र हमारा, हर नावे नाल गल्ला हर नावे नाल मसलत, हर नाम हमारी करदा नित सारा, माई मैं तन पायो हर नाम, मन मेरो तावंते छूटियो कर बैठो विश्राम, नाव मेरे खेती नाव मेरे बारी, भगत करियो जन शरण तुम्हारी, नाव मेरे माइया नाव मेरे पूंजी, तुम्हें छोड़ जान्यो नहीं दूजी, नाव मेरे बंदप नाव मेरे पाई, नाव मेरे हंग अंत होई सखाई।
My true friend and relative. Human beings spend their lives searching for support, security, and companionship in family members, friends, and worldly relationships. Parents, siblings, relatives, and companions provide comfort and assistance, yet all worldly relationships are temporary and limited. The central message of this discourse is that the divine alone is our eternal friend, relative, protector, and companion. Through Gurbani, we are reminded that God is not merely a distant creator, but our true father, mother, brother, friend, and support in every circumstance of life. Human life is surrounded by countless worldly relationships such as parents, siblings, spouses, relatives, and friends. Although these relationships appear important and permanent, they are temporary and limited. The only eternal relationship is the bond between the soul and the divine. Human birth is precious because it provides an opportunity for the soul to realize and unite with its true beloved through the guidance of the Guru. The soul is described as a bride, while Akal Purakh or the eternal divine is her true husband. Just as a marriage in the world requires a mediator, the union of the soul with the God also requires a meditator, namely the Guru. The Guru connects the soul with the divine through Naam and Shabad. All worldly relationships eventually end, but the relationship established through the Guru never breaks. Guru Sahib repeatedly reminds us that the human life is short and easily wasted. Childhood passes in play, youth is spent in chasing pleasures, wealth, property, and family attachments, and old age arrives before one realizes it. By the time a person wishes to focus on spiritual life, physical strength and mental concentration have often weakened. Thus, the precious opportunity of human birth is lost in worldly concerns. A central theme of the Guru's discourse is that the soul possesses immense spiritual wealth, yet it squanders this treasure on worldly desires. An example is given of a wealthy person who becomes a beggar after spending all of his money. Similarly, the soul loses its spiritual strength by constantly investing in attention in material possessions, relationships, and ambitions. The mind continuously creates new desires, convincing the individual that happiness lies in external achievements, while true fulfillments remain hidden within. Another powerful example compares the soul to gold covered with layers of dirt. The dirt does not change the nature of the gold, it merely hides its shine. In the same way, the soul remains pure and divine, but layers of attachment, ego, lust, anger, greed, and worldly involvement conceal its true radiance. Spiritual practice removes these coverings and reveals the soul's original nature. Guru Sahib also stresses the rarity of human birth. After wandering through the countless life forms, the soul finally receives a human body, which is uniquely suited for spiritual awakening. However, instead of using the wisdom to discover its true purpose, people often become trapped in endless projects, occupations, and worldly pursuits. The intellect that was meant to recognize the divine becomes occupied with strengthening worldly bonds. Another memorable illustration is the dream house example. A person dreams of constructing a large house and carefully prepares the framework for its roof. Before the roof can be completed, the dream ends, and the person wakes up. The framework built within the dream has no value in the waking world. Likewise, all achievements gained while spiritually asleep cannot help the soul attain the divine. Awakening is essential. Without awakening, spiritual realization remains impossible. Another striking example is that of a fly trapped in the jaggery or sweet syrup. Drawn by the sweetness, the fly becomes stuck and loses its freedom. In the same way, attachment to relationships and worldly pleasures traps the soul. What initially appears attractive eventually becomes a source of bondage, preventing spiritual progress. Guru Sahib also explains that desires never truly end. A person who wants a car may later desire a bigger car. Someone who seeks wealth may then seek even greater wealth. Desire merely changes its form. It does not disappear. Therefore, peace is not achieved by fulfilling desires, but by reducing attachment to them. This idea is reinforced through the teaching, Seva karat hot ne kami, tisko hot prapat swami. Selfless service and freedom from selfish desires lead one closer to the divine. Guru Sahib does not advocate abandoning family responsibilities or running away from the society. Instead, the message is to fulfill one's duties while understanding the temporary nature of the worldly relationships. Family life should be lived responsibly but without becoming completely absorbed in attachment and possessiveness. Guruji further warns that death is certain. Parents, relatives, and loved ones eventually depart, yet people continue to behave as though they themselves will live forever. The teachings remind us to remain aware of the mortality and to use the present moment wisely. No worldly relationship accompanies the soul after death. Only spiritual progress remains meaningful. Guruji also explains that the true divine word is not confined to any religion, language, or sect. The eternal spiritual reality exists within all beings. Religious divisions arise from human interpretations and attachments to external forms, while true path lies in connecting the soul with the inner divine presence. Hence, Guru Sahib teaches those worldly relationships, possessions, and desires are temporary and cannot provide lasting fulfillment. Human birth is a rare opportunity granted to the soul for realizing its eternal relationship with the Akal Purakh. Through the guidance of the Guru, the soul can awaken from spiritual sleep overcome attachment and ego, and reconnect with its true source. The examples all illustrate the same truth. Lasting peace is found not only in worldly attachments, but in union with the divine. By recognizing the temporary nature of the external relationships and cultivating love for Naam and Shabad, the soul can attain its true purpose and experience the eternal bond that never breaks. God alone is the soul's true friend, relative, protector, and companion. While worldly relationships have their place, they are temporary and subject to change. The divine, however, remains a constant and loving in every situation. Through the grace of the Guru and the remembrance of the Naam, a person gains peace, spiritual wealth, and freedom for fear. Human beings are spiritually helpless without the support of the divine name. Gurbani compares the God's name to a walking stick for a blind person. Just as a blind traveler depends upon staff for guidance and protection, the soul depends upon the Naam for direction in life. Without this support, a person easily becomes lost in worldly distractions. Divine name is the soul's greatest treasure. The ultimate message is that lasting security and happiness are found not only in worldly attachments, but in recognizing and cultivating a living relationship with the divine, who is our eternal Father, Mother, Friend and Support.
साथ संगत जी, यदि कुछ जरा सा भी कम रह गया अथवा बढ़ गया है तो हम दोनों हाथ जोड़कर नतमस्तक आपसे क्षमा प्रार्थी हैं। अतः कृपया क्षमा प्रदान करें और बख्शने की कृपालता करें। धन्यवाद। सृष्टि में सदा ही कोई एक विरला, दुर्लभ, मर्यादित महाजीव विशेष विद्यमान होता ही है। अतः हम उस महाप्राणी को दोनों हाथ जोड़ नतमस्तक सदा ही नमस्कार करते हैं।
सतनाम रमैया रमैया सतनाम है।